Hey everyone, thank you for checking out this video. Alright, to start, you're going to take a serrated knife and cut your spaghetti squash in half. Next, take a spoon and just scoop out the seeds and all that extra stuff there. Once you've completely cleaned it out, take a little bit of olive oil and a brush and just brush your spaghetti squash lightly with the olive oil. Next, just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on each half. Then just crack a little bit of black pepper on each one. Once you've done that, place each half face down on a baking tray and pop into your 425-degree preheated oven. Since we have about 25 minutes before the squash is ready, we might as well go ahead and get a cocktail started, right? So I'm in the mood for a salty dog today, so I'm gonna be using Kettle One's grapefruit and rose infused vodka, a little bit of Simply grapefruit. You need a lemon, some cocktail salt, a jigger, and a shaker. Now add some ice to your shaker and then pour in 2 ounces of grapefruit juice. I'm using a larger martini glass, so I'm just gonna pour in just a splash more at the end. Now add 2 ounces of the Kettle One infused vodka. And again, just add a little extra splash at the end to fill your glass. Now take your frozen martini glass and just cut off a slice of the lemon, then rub it around the rim. This is going to allow your salt to stick. Shake it up, and simple as that, you have a salty dog. Alright, now here you have your salty dog. So go ahead and chill out for about 20 minutes or so before the squash is ready, and I will be back soon. Right. After 20 minutes or so, take out your spaghetti squash and flip them over so they can cool. Now while the squash is cooling, we'll go ahead and get our sauce started. Add your 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce and 1/4 teaspoon of fresh black pepper. Now this is organic coconut sugar. It's really good, really healthy for you. You can find this anywhere. I paid about $3 for the bag. So now just add 1 tablespoon of this sugar. For a little bit of heat, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of this fresh chili paste. Now stir everything up and give it a quick taste. If it's too salty for you, in which mine was, you can add 1 tablespoon of water. Now for your shrimp, you want to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and then you want to season it with salt and pepper. Next, dice up your celery and onions, and then you want to shred your cabbage as thin as possible, similar to that of coleslaw. Then take your carrot matchsticks and chop them up a little bit. And as always, take another sip of your cocktail. Now add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a skillet to saute your onions and celery. Now to get your spaghetti, you just want to take a fork and just scrape the inside of the spaghetti squash. You see it easily comes out. And you're only going to use half of the spaghetti squash for this recipe. We're going to be doing something else with the other half. After a minute or so, your celery and onions will start to soften up. Then you want to add your cabbage. Next, throw in your carrots. Now you want to saute this for a few minutes, and then you want to crack some fresh black pepper on top. Go ahead and give it a little stir. And again, you don't want to add any salt here. As I said earlier, the soy sauce is already a little salty, so you don't need to add salt to the dish. Now add in your garlic cloves. And again, I highly recommend you getting one of these mincers. It makes everything so much easier. Now throw in your shrimp, and we're going to allow this to cook for a couple minutes. Now it's time to add the spaghetti squash. Here you can use your fingers just to pull the noodles apart, just to loosen them up. You can do this before you add it into the skillet. It's completely up to you. And here I'm just using a pair of tongs just to mix up the squash, the cabbage, and shrimp. Now allow this to cook for about 3 minutes or until your shrimp turn pink. Remember, shrimp only take a couple of minutes to cook, so make sure not to overcook them or they will be tough. Now once everything is mixed, just pour your sauce into the skillet. Just give it a quick mix and you're almost done. Now let this cook for about 2 minutes so your flavors can incorporate. Now that the noodles are done, it's time to do some plating. The best way to present this is to take a wide bowl and place your noodles in the bowl first. Then you want to spread your shrimp around on top of the noodles. Now you know how I am about presentation. So take a wet paper towel and just wipe the sides of your bowl. Also, organize the shrimp. If they're not symmetrical, just, like this. Just organize them so it looks nice. And for a little bit of color, just take some green onions, dice them up, and sprinkle them on top. A definite plus for me. So please try spaghetti squash out if you haven't already. It is definitely a great substitute for heavy pasta that leaves you normally bloated. But please try this out. Let me know what you think. Leave me some messages, send me some pictures. I've already received pictures and things from several people that have made some of my other videos. Please check those out as well. And also let me know what you thought of the salty dog. It's one of my favorite drinks. And also click that like and subscribe button. I need to get the subscribers up so we can take this even further. So I will see you guys in my next video. See you soon.